and you and DeMar kind of had a vision. Like, is this it's kind of what it looks like when you put two clutch scorers together?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we want to be able to put full games together and be as consistent as possible, both at the same time. So it's not necessarily like a taking turns thing, but like he did like 3 or 4 in a row, and obviously like that stuff gets tiring. So he's like, "Yo, you take it here," and we were able to execute down the stretch, whatever play we wanted, whatever matchup we wanted. And before that, being able to come off, hit Keegan, and obviously Keegan hadn't shot the ball in a while, and he hits a big corner three for us. So we had a bunch of guys that were just ready, that stayed ready to play. Obviously, Kev fouls out, Domas fouls out, Keon comes back in the game, Trey comes back in the game, and those guys are ready. So I think it was definitely a full team effort. But everybody will look at the big buckets DeMar had or the big buckets I had, but the game isn't just one there.
How much perseverance did it take, and then how did you guys kind of push through some of that adversity where you had, some of those calls and guys getting fouled out and Malik leaving early?
I mean, I think we stayed together. Like I said, I think defensively, I think defensively, if we're able to do that, then you can almost throw anybody out there. If we're playing team defense the way that we did tonight, I think that you give yourself a great chance to win. So obviously, when Malik goes down, I mean, we were playing defense. We were playing great defense up to that point as well. But being able to do what we did, obviously 111 points, in regulation is usually enough to win a basketball game. But we were able to go into overtime and only give up 7 points while also scoring 16 is definitely that's a recipe to win a game.
What did it take to kind of push through some of the adversity that you guys encountered there with the fouls and losing guys early and then late in the game?
Yeah, tough shot making. DeMar really carried us there for a good stretch in the fourth quarter. Fox showed up late for us, big when we needed him in that overtime. We just hung tough. We found a way to win, obviously down 10 late there, and just kind of battled and found a way.
What's that like to, those are two of the best fourth quarter scorers in the league. And I'm sure, the organization had something in mind in putting them together. Like to see them both be able to go out there and do that, just how much confidence does it give the group to know you can go finish and win games like this?
Yeah, obviously, if the game's close, we have a lot of confidence and just got to keep it close enough and not let it get too stretched out there and stop teams run late in the fourth. But a lot of times we feel like we can usually get to what we're looking for, and those guys are tough shot makers, and extremely fortunate to have both of them. And Fox got going a little later than DeMar, but they were able to play off each other and show up when we needed them.
You got going too, 5 of 9 from 3, hot early. Like, just how good did that feel to kind of get that rhythm back after just the way things have gone up and down?
Yeah, again, I think similarly, I think we needed it, a little bit slow start, and everybody's going to come around, but it felt obviously good as ever to see a couple go in. I think going into this game, just try to be aggressive, and last game, I think our 3-point attempts was a talking point, after the game was a talking point with the team, and guys on our team who can shoot got to get up more, and people were just kind of looking for me to do that and be aggressive and shoot the right ones, and try to do that.
What do you make of the early 3-point shooting struggles for this group? Because, even some guys who are real good shooters are maybe having trouble with it here and there. Is it the shots you guys are getting? Is it kind of how they're coming in the offense that it's different? Like, what's your assessment of it?
I think you just got to trust it's going to come around. The worst thing we can do is stop shooting. Coach has done a great job of continuing to instill confidence and telling everybody and making it known, like we still need to shoot. If you have it, we need to let it fly. And Mike's good living with the results. And we got guys on this team that we think can shoot at a high level. And at some point, you just got to trust it's going to turn, and guys put the work in.
It's a long season, but what do wins like this tend to do for a group when you kind of win in dramatic fashion and pull one out like this?
It feels good. This one feels good for sure, especially just the way we battled, being down late, overcoming a lot of adversity in this building. And myself, Domas fouling out, just guys stepping up. Obviously, losing Malik early in the game, we'll obviously need him back. But just feels like this was a game that we could have easily folded, and we just found a way.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
Heck of a win by our guys. I thought they did a pretty good job staying composed throughout the course of the game. Again, we had heavy minutes from DeMar and Keegan and Fox, with it being an overtime game. Made it a little tough, but those guys did a fantastic job. Jordan, we threw him in for a minute, some change, and he was good in his time. We always talk about guys staying ready, and he stayed ready. I thought Doug was good too. Doug did exactly what we asked him to do. Is if you see any daylight at all, let that thing go. I still believe firmly that that ball is going to go in from us from the 3-point line. So we got to keep letting it fly and let it fly with confidence. But great job off the bench by Trey, getting 6 rebounds. I thought Foxy, he had a hell of a game. 21 points, 11 rebounds. That was big for him to rebound the way he did with 8 assists. Obviously, Domas with another double-double. He just continues to stick his nose in there, play after play after play, and just takes a physical pounding. But hell of a job with his double-double. And then Keegan. Keegan, he's got the toughest defensive assignment all the time. We're asking him to do a lot. We're asking him to shoot, to score, as well as rebound. And for him to get 14 rebounds, what a huge night, because we needed every single one of them. And I thought our guys overall defensively were really good. They took 57 threes. We did a great job of trying to shrink the floor, make that paint look crowded while getting out to them and contesting the three. But there was no bigger contest than Domas' contest at the end of regulation. Whoever was guarding Booker, I can't remember who it was, maybe Keegan, he got cracked. Domas realized it, and he went on his own, switched out on the Book, and what a challenge. It's a big time challenge by Domas on Book to end regulation.
Mike, what's it, to watch DeMar and De'Aaron, just the shot making and the way they came through? I imagine, you and this organization had a vision for what that might look like when you put 2 clutch scorers together. Was this kind of the epitome of that?
Yeah, Jay, exactly. This is what we felt it could be. DeMar had it going for a while, and so we rode him, and then we went to Fox, and they both hit big shot after big shot after big shot, and so to have 2 or 3 guys like that, it makes everybody's job easier, especially down the stretch of a close game. And Phoenix has it too. They got Beal, they got Book, they got KD, obviously, who's hurt, so they got 2-3 guys, two now, but 3 when KD's healthy, and they try to put the ball in their hands and create space, let them get to their spots, and tell them go do what they get paid for. And those 2 guys definitely did do it down the stretch.
How pleased were you just to see, kind of the perseverance through some difficult things here with Malik going down and then some foul trouble and losing guys late in the game?
Yeah, no, that was one of the things that that I was excited about. Obviously, the foul trouble was huge for us, and for guys to just as best they can stay composed and keep thinking next play. We always preach next play speed. For our guys to do that was big time. And I've one guy, our defensive player of the game was Kevin Huerter. His activity, his length with the 7, I think he had 7 deflections maybe. We needed every single one of those, but just a lot of contributions across the board. Guys played more minutes than what they should have. Other guys played when they hadn't played, in terms of Doug and Jordan, and everybody contributed in their own way, shape, or form.
What do you know about Malik's injury at this point?
I don't know much. I don't know much about it. I think it was a sprained ankle. Was it a sprained ankle?
Right ankle.
Yeah, right ankle. So that's all I know.
Just in terms of what he means to the group and how much you want him and need him out there. Just what are your thoughts?
No, he's had a great season for us so far. He's another ball handler, another playmaker. Defensively, he's been doing a fantastic job, and to lose somebody that's as dynamic as him is tough. But it's just like we all have, like Phoenix has to do. It's a next man up. You got to have a next man up mentality, and we got to go in and defend and and keep doing things to our strength. But we're going to miss Malik. But again, that's what the game's about. That's why you got, in our case, 17 guys. You know, it's the next guy has to step up.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks.